yes, another lovely Wednesday evening is here with us. What time we need? Some 5 minutes after 7. Right here on Star 103.5 FM. And a very good evening to all of you. Most welcome to this great show, StarrChat. You know, it is said that in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. How apt this is. In the end, we only regret the chances that we didn't take. And that's what my guest this evening represents. He's motivated by the fear of being average. So he's always above average. He told me one thing sometime back, I think about 8 years ago when I visited him at home. He says, Bola, I see, I want, I grind, I get. Oh yes, he's a go-getter. And tonight, he's one man that was celebrating in our studios. One of the finest you can have in the freight forwarding business, haulage, logistics, private security industry, and our dear country, Ghana. This evening, we're celebrating a man who's actually secured his first degree 15 years after dropping out of the University of Ghana because he could not pay his school fees. Well, today he's blossomed and he's proven that if you have the fortitude and certainly the vision, you will go places. Enhancing clearance and delivery times in the transport, haulage and logistics field, while also managing high-value asset investments and adding value to customers' overall experience. The man who sits right across me tonight holds an executive master's in business administration and also a certificate degree in entrepreneurship from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA. In 2013, he was awarded the Freight Forwarding and Entrepreneur of the Year Award. 2016, he emerged the Entrepreneur of the Year. And the man was born right here in Accra, an indigen of the Ghana States. Tonight, we're celebrating Dr. Daniel McKorley, Chief Executive Officer of the McDan Group of Companies. Well, we all call him McDan. Welcome, Chief. How are you doing?
Thank you, sir.
Always looking sharp, because you look the part always.
You can understand.
What inspires that? I mean, what informs your style of dressing? You're a sharp dresser by all standards. Even on weekends when you want to take it easy, I know that what you put on as slippers, what you put on, you know, as shorts is labeled and is quality. Why that, McDan?
Bola, you know, you're putting me on the spot.
That's what this program is about.
You know, we used to wear furs, you know.
When you say furs, you mean second-hand clothing?
Second-hand clothing, you know.
Oh.
That is what we used to wear.
Back in the day.
Now we can afford a little, so we have to upgrade a little.
Oh, so you grew up wearing second-hand or used clothes?
Yeah, I was wearing and selling at the same time.
Wow, wow. This is going to be an interesting evening. I mean, it's to inspire a lot of people out there that never give up. And today when we talk about the top 20 wealthy men in Ghana, McDan's name will pop up somewhere by God's grace.
Amen.
Wow, interesting. You're most welcome once again, sir.
Thank you, Bola. Thank you.
And how have you been? How's business today?
Well, it's been hectic, but it's been part of me, so it's normal.
You work ordinarily, what, 8 to 5?
My starting work time is around 5 o'clock.
5 p.m.?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. You are up already?
I'm up already, yeah, man.
And you work till?
I'm still working. I'm
Wow.
still working, yeah.
So certainly success, or if you really want to make it in life, it doesn't come easy. Not on the silver platter.
Not at all, not at all. Not this part of the world.
Not this part of the world.
Yeah.
You share some nuggets with us. But you've been traveling lately. What have you been up to like that?
You know, we have conquered a few places and we want to go beyond. So that is what we are up to lately. We want to, within some short time, we want to have our wings in the African sub-region. So that is.
So you're thinking continental and going continental now?
We're not going continental. We're going global.
You're going global.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at? McDan Shipping or McDan Group out there in Nigeria, out there in Dubai, out there in the States? What is the vision like, Mr. McKorley?
Well, McDan is becoming a household name, and also we're going to run our own shipping line.
You're going to run your own shipping line?
Now we're running our own cargo airplane.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the vision, and we cannot sit here always for us to receive foreign cargo. We have to send them our own cargo. Wow. And we have to move our own stuff all around the world. That is what we have to.
Interesting. So really from the, I mean, country Ghana, you want to reach out, spread your tentacles globally. And that is it. You believe that it is possible. You can actually do that, and you started delivering on that.
No, we're doing that already. I mean, we get to certain places and they wonder where we're coming from. So we have to be courageous and take the business to them.
I want to know, what drives you as an entrepreneur, as a businessman? I mean, you've been in freight forwarding and shipping for how many years now?
28 years now.
28 years now.
Well, I started as a messenger, so we can add that one too.
You started as a messenger in the business?
In the business, yeah.
We'll get into that and talk about growing, you know, and getting into it. But the vision and the goal is an audacious one. It's a great one. Doesn't that scare you? Do you sometimes wake up and you ask yourself, wow, so I own this cargo plane, I own this shipping line, I want to own my own what? Ship, like vessel, or I don't know how you want to own your own ship?
No, currently we're almost acquiring 4.
You're acquiring 4 ships?
4 vessels.
4 vessels?
Cargo vessels, yeah. Wow. You know,
how much is a cargo vessel? I mean, for many of us who are not into that line of business, give us an idea. How much will one cost you ordinarily?
Well, depending on the capacity that you want to, we're talking about it can hit about 300 million. 300
million what? Ghana cedis or dollars?
Dollars.
For one cargo vessel?
Yeah.
$300 million, and you are going to own 4. That's 1.2 billion.
We're trying to.
Wow.
We're going small.
It means that you need the necessary capital, you need that watch to be there and say that I can do this and I'm going to run it efficiently.
Well, that is what we're doing currently. But you know, what we lack here is the technical efficiency. So we're looking for some few technical partners.
So why don't you train people? You can bring people out there, let them transfer the knowledge, because that's how we create employment and a necessary environment. Don't you think so?
Well, that is the vision. That is the vision. But you're going to run a business that you want sustainability.
Correct.
You cannot play with it. I mean, failure is one thing that scares me. Nothing else scares me in life.
Nothing, and I was going to ask you that. What scares you? What are you afraid of in life? You are afraid of failure.
Yeah, failure.
Apart from failure, you're not afraid of the bullet or the gun or insults or.
Forget it. I mean, that will surely come. Whether you are poor or you are rich, it will surely come. So why should you be afraid of what you know is likely to come?
But you're afraid of failure.
Exactly.
What lies ahead? The unknown.
The unknown.
Interesting.
But at the same time, we have to dare.
You have to dare.
We have to dare.
So every time you wake up, you dare. You go out there and say, well, it's a hustle. Let me take it by the horn, the bull, grab it, and go out there and make it. Is that what the mindset is?
Well, McDan in itself, we don't even half of our real potential. What McDan wants to be, we don't even.
So what, you've achieved about what, 40% of your vision, or even not there?
About 35.
35, and you are this big, owning 4 shipping vessels. I mean, $1.2 billion, and you're saying that's 35% of what you want to do?
I mean, we're still coming.
Wow, the dream is big. Are you not scared?
Well, why should I be? I don't see the reason why I should be. I mean, we are living in a global village. If others have made it, what shows we can't do it?
One thing about you is excellence and standards.
Yeah.
You're one person that you say, well, you either do it well or don't do it at all. What drives that like that?
Well, that's supposed to be the key. One thing I really don't joke with is my reputation. Reputation is a big issue for me, and also integrity. Whatever I do, I make sure that integrity, my integrity should stand tall, unless maybe you don't know me well.
Wow.
We do business, we'll rise and fall. but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't dare.
So failure is part of business. Have you ever failed in business?
That is one, many times, you know.
Many times?
Yeah, many times.
What are some of the things that you tried your hands on and you failed and you had to move on? Or even with this business, you have to go under and then come back, repackage and say, well, I'm going to be a force to reckon with. Share some lessons with us.
Well, you know, business in itself, you have 3 stages of business. You have what we call the infant stage. The infant stage is where you are the managing director, you are the salesperson, you are the accountant, you are the security, you run a task getter, you have your checkbooks in your bag, you get there, you issue, you put your, that's the infant stage. You grow from that stage to what we call the organic stage. Right. The organic stage is actually a very good stage, but it's a tricky one anyway. You know, the infant stage, you see business because you are the salesperson. You make sure you get it right.
Right.
Well, since you will get it right, you have to move on. You get many clients. You make sure you take care of your client. You make sure that you cut your losses. You move to organic stage. In the infant stage, you realize that you don't have the real structures. You battle with structures.
Okay, because you are building.
You are now building.
Place. Okay.
You have a friend like Bola. So I have my girlfriend who just finished this form.
So employed.
For the sake of friendship, I said,
right.
Bola, let your girlfriend sit here and be the cashier.
Okay. So you learn from that and you build a structure.
When you get to the organic stage, you make business. You can see, if you don't take time, you have what we call back trading. You see money. That is where you see business flowing all over the place, and you have to be careful. That is where many businesses fail.
Go under.
Yeah, go under in Ghana. From that stage, you move to what we call the corporate stage. If you are not careful, you move from the organic stage to the corporate stage, you collapse.
Really?
Because you need systems and structures to get to the corporate stage.
So is that where good governance and people say stabilization comes in?
Yeah, but you see, when you're moving up that ladder, you realize that all the people you have employed, you don't need them anymore. You realize that you have employed almost 80-90% of your employees are not qualified to take you to where
the next stage.
And you realize that you'll be failing.
So how do you take that critical decision? Because like you're saying, you want to move into the corporate phase. Many don't understand the picture. They don't get the drift. You know your vision. And they feel you don't like them. How do you...
Okay, let me give you a simple example. Let me give you I'm a practical person.
Please do.
I remember not long ago, I had close to 100 trucks running all over the West African region.
100 trucks?
And running all over the West African region. Little did I know it was only 20 bringing me real money. I was receiving cash in the short term and receiving debt in the long term. I ended up having over $5 to $10 million debt on my head.
Wow.
What do? You understand? This is what collapse business. Understand? So for me, it is critical that you put your corporate governance structures, system and structures.
And you take the hard decisions after moving from the infant stage.
Yeah. You don't have to joke with your business.
Wow. Interesting. And we'll get deeper, we'll delve deeper into that. So interesting. Nuggets of wisdom only on StarrChat with an entrepreneur, McDan. He's been there, done that, seen it all right here. Let's talk about growing up for you, McDan. You were born right here in Accra?
Yeah, I was born in Labadi.
Labadi, La.
Yeah.
So you're a La boy.
Yeah.
How was growing up like, you were born in the 70s or 60s or 80s?
I was born in the early 70s.
Early 70s?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I was born precisely in 71.
71?
Yeah.
So growing up in 71 in La, how was life?
It was very interesting because you don't see anything apart from your environment. I grew up on the streets where you need to survive. It's a place you need to survive on your own.
When you say you grew up on the streets, where mom and dad weren't around?
Mom and dad was there, but we having over 10, 14 kids.
Oh, okay.
You need to survive.
Large family then.
Yeah. I have a lovely parents. So, but you know, you can understand the environment I'm talking about. You hit the street, you're on your own. Yeah, you know, whereby man had to walk barefooted to middle school from 1 before I bought my first sandals.
You didn't put on shoes or sandals, nothing?
No, not at all.
You went to school?
I was selling kerosene on the street of Bof Road, and I remember selling phones before I graduated to become a driver's mate. You know.
You've done all of that.
I mean, that is the life.
And you what? You were in middle school, or you were in secondary school doing that side by side, or you dropped out of school? What's the story?
All out. Can you imagine? I mean, I've never attended vacation classes before in my life. You know? I went to Saito. You know, Saito.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Yeah, the local authorities. No, I'm not. That's what people think. I'm not. No, clearly not. I'm hustled and I'm still hustling. Yes.
I went to Saito.
Okay.
I mean, after which man had to graduate, you have to. 12 years I was on the streets.
12 years you were on the streets?
Yeah, I mean.
No secondary education for you?
Oh no, what I thank God for my life is I never stopped school.
Okay.
But after which I was always working vacation to pay my own fees.
So secondary school was where for you?
Yeah, I mean, I part-time.
Which school? Oh, no school.
No, I came to Social Advance Institute. From Queenance, I dropped to Social Advance just to write my common entrance faster. You know, I like shortcut.
So you dropped out of Aquinas School?
Yes.
St. Thomas Aquinas. Which year?
Can I even remember?
No, you were which form? Form 1, Form 2, Form 3?
2, yeah.
From 2, you dropped out of school?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
had to
Social Advance Institute. I mean, and
Social Advance, where's that one?
No, I think the school is even collapsed.
Okay. You have to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, and write my common entrance examination and drop again out of school. Took my 6th form part-time.
So that must be your GCE O level. Okay.
I passed quite well.
Okay.
I had to write my go for part-time A-levels.
A-levels, okay.
Yes, and then later I go back to Accra Polytechnic. I came back to IPS. And also, I mean, part-time.
You've been everywhere, my God.
Yeah, you can't.
All over,
my brother.
Wow. Let's talk about life on the street. So, you were how old? You started selling kerosene, you mentioned, selling used clothes.
I started real life from the age 12.
12?
You know, 12. I mean, facing life out there for myself, you know. And it was a wonderful journey, which I never regretted. I mean, when I look where I'm coming from, it humbles me because I enjoyed it. I mean, I think there is no better life than the life we have today. You know, I mean, today, in those days, I don't see any better life than that. It really make me whole.
Yeah. So you were selling on the streets, selling what? Kerosene?
I was selling on the street kerosene.
So you were a hawker or what?
Yeah, hawk a lot. I mean, try to. I was once also a houseboy for somebody, washing, cleaning, watering the.
You lived with a person, or you had to go do the
camp.
Wow.
I remember being a cleaner at the Advent Press, you know.
Advent Press,
yeah,
okay.
You clean the press,
okay.
Dispatch books and bath behind the press and walk to Workers' College and walk back home. You know. Can you imagine walking over an hour for 30, 45 minutes lecture?
Wow.
Then you walk back. You know, those were the times. I really don't say these things for people to see my suffering, but I say these things to challenge
people,
young men of this age. You know, those days we had a right attitude. I mean, what makes you your attitude? I mean, it is not you sitting down and dreaming. I really enjoyed those days.
So you've moved on, you know, from selling used clothing. You've done what? Selling kerosene, being a mason, a houseboy.
I was liberal. I was also a liberal for BG Builders. We started building the Sakumono flat.
Sakumono flats?
Yeah.
Really? You were part of the builders?
Handsome. Oh yeah, seriously. Don't you see my shoulder?
So you've been there, done that.
Yeah. I mean,
So
those days, you know, you buy beans.
okay.
Then you carry small gari with you.
Oh.
And during lunchtime, you mix the gari with the beans and you can count the beans in the gari.
Wow.
Then you ask the bean seller to add shit off for you.
Wow. Poor man's true.
It's a rich man job.
Life was difficult.
It was okay.
So you cast your mind back. This was the hustler. This is the guy who had to do all of that, and now you sit in your empire. I mean, I've seen your office complex and all of that. What was the dream like? Did you at any point envisage that, yes, this is where I want to go? This is the end game, or it happened by chance?
Well, I went to freight forwarding as a necessity. You know, necessity can define you. I mean, when you are in need, you think.
Right.
You know, so that was what defines me. I mean, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, so I never regret. Right now, I sit back. I really feel that there is more to do for life.
You mentioned earlier that this is just 35% of what you want to do in life.
Exactly.
Interesting. So still, you know, staying with your school, St. Thomas Aquinas, when last did you visit this great school? You call yourself what? Old Toms, right?
Old Toms.
Okay. What have you done for Aquinas? Or you don't see that to be your alma mater, you do it for social advance rather? Or?
Oh no, me, I'm open. I mean,
have they reached out to you? This is a proud product of the school, although you dropped out. Are you willing to support St. Thomas Aquinas? You were in the science and math quiz recently.
Oh yeah.
You should have supported them.
I'm there for them.
Okay, so when they reach out, you definitely do.
Always.
What is the motto of Aquinas? You know that?
I can't even remember. I can't even remember.
Wow. Wow. What is the most memorable experience of your childhood? What comes to mind, Magda?
My childhood was where we were stealing some chickens around the area, the whole area.
Oh, you used to do that?
You know, every boy. You know,
chase the chicken around?
Chase the chicken around, and you have to make justice to it, you know, and also following my guys to the beach to learn karate, you know.
Oh.
And also.
So are you into martial arts?
Yeah, I learned a lot of martial arts.
Okay.
And also, I mean, Labade is a place to be. Yeah, it's a very good environment. If you grow up there, you can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Interesting. We'll pick your thoughts and of course your views on a lot of issues, but I want to start off with free SHS.
Yeah.
Your views on free SHS.
It is the most wonderful thing that had ever happened to this country. I mean, I don't understand why the developed countries are offering their kids free education, then we playing with us. You know, so for me, I 100% support it. I mean, if some of us had to struggle through school, and my days are no different from these days, you know. So for me, it's a wonderful thing that.
Is this sustainable?
It is.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
You think the nation can carry the burden of free SHS moving forward?
No, easy. I mean, easy.
How?
For me, I'm not an economist. Neither am I a politician. But I feel there are a lot of loopholes in the system. If we can fill in those loopholes, I think in the tax brackets, it's only about 8% that pay tax. So for me, those are some of the issues. If we broaden the tax net, if we try to fill in the gaps in the pot, duties, if we also try to go a little bit by most of the low-hanging fruits as an income generation for the government, whilst we yearn towards industrialization. I feel it's easy.
Are you into politics?
Not at all. I mean,
will you love to get into politics?
Not really. I am a businessman, and
Will you love to get into politics someday?
Really, I'm not that political. I feel I'm too hot to be a politician.
You're too hot.
You know, I can't play political games. You know, I say it as it is, and
what are the political games? What do they play? What games do they play with us?
Oh, many a times you see red, they say black. I am not like that. They say white is.
All politicians do that, right?
Well, you have to.
They paint it, they sugarcoat it.
We have to go beyond that. I'm a businessman. I'm a resource-oriented person, right? If I go into politics, it will impede me, and I can't speak that language.
Is that not? I mean, are we not looking for that kind of leadership? Say it as it is, without fear or favor.
Well, that is what we need, but is that really the case? You understand? And I know the people will love that, and the people would want to have that. But are we there yet?
We are not there yet?
Well, we'll get there soon. Because
have you been impressed by the government so far?
So far, yes, I can give them 80 out of 100.
80?
Even 70. Let me drop it a bit.
70. So that's like 7 out of 10.
Yeah. They're doing very well.
They're doing very well.
Yeah.
Where aren't they doing well? Where do you think we need some fine tuning?
Well, I believe that as a businessman and where I'm sitting, the president should crack the whip. For me, I mean, if I were him, if you are a minister, you are not delivering, you gotta go. I mean.
So you support the reshuffle that we feel about the pending reshuffle? You believe that it's something that is long overdue?
It's long overdue. As a businessman, I mean, I'm looking up that he need firebrand ministers. He need ministers who should move this country to another level.
So some ministers definitely are not performing.
Well, we all hear you, we all see it. So, I mean,
which minister in your view, or which ministers? Give us 2 names.
Oh,
you say it as it is without fear or favor, Magdan.
I'm sorry, but you know I'm a businessman. Let's talk business.
No, but of course, in that light, that's why many people are saying that then we can't go forward as a nation, because if we're afraid to say it as it is and let the chips fall where they should.
Well, I mean,
because you just mentioned that some ministries or ministers are not performing.
Okay, maybe after the show you ask me, I'll tell you.
Are you impressed with the president's fight against corruption so far?
Well...
Or you think that a lot can be done?
I believe so. I believe a lot can be done. A lot more can be done. But I mean, he's a pragmatic president, and we have to give it to him. He's been there for a very long time, and I think he understands what he's doing as a president. And I have a lot of respect for him. And he's been consistent. He had to continue being consistent.
Were you surprised that the energy minister was sacked by the president?
Well, I am not really surprised.
Why?
I'm not really surprised because if I were to be the president, I mean,
you do same?
I'll do same. I will do same. Maybe with me, he wouldn't be in his way to the office, and I will issue a statement.
Really?
He did what he had to do. I mean, as a leader, most of these things.
Was he efficient for the job in your view?
For me, I haven't really assessed him that much. I just got interested in what really caused the problem. Yeah.
Are you surprised about claims that the president was actually misled to sign a deal?
Well, he's the president. If you're a chief executive, you will understand what it takes, right, to make that pronouncement. I mean, a lot of people might wrong him, but with me, looking at my position, I believe in my lieutenant. I have trust and confidence for my lieutenant. So if my lieutenant come to me and said, I have gone through, this is what is it, I believe you. You understand? And as a chief executive, you only read, most chief executives read executive summary. You don't go into the details.
So you believe that the president did the right thing?
I think he did the right thing.
Has the sanitation minister delivered?
That is another question. I've told you, Bola. Let's get out of this.
No. Is it by the roadside? No, we'll get to the main road. But has the sanitation minister delivered?
Bola, why are you putting...
I asked you about the president. He said yes, he's delivered. You scored 80 or 70 out of 10. Or 100 or 7 out of 10. So has the sanitation minister delivered?
Bola, let's get...
Has the finance minister delivered?
Well, he is delivering. I have assessed him, but I have not assessed the...
Oh, you've assessed the finance minister?
He's a seasoned economist.
Is he your friend?
All of them are my friends.
Is the sanitation minister your friend?
He's my friend. We met.
Has he delivered?
Well, he's doing his job.
Sanitation minister.
He's doing his job. I haven't assessed him that much,
Have you assessed the finance minister?
Yeah, I've read
with all the happenings in the banking industry and in what is happening with the economy and all of that, what are you picking up? And if he's your friend, what are you telling him?
Chief, what is happening for now, we are feeling the turbulence. But within the shortest possible time, we'll understand
where the shortest possible time is.
We need to, for me, we need to capitalize the bank. I go to a bank, take a loan to do my business. At times I default, at times I pay.
Oh, so you've defaulted?
Things happen. You understand? I'm a businessman. But this is my country. This is where I live. I need to be able to survive. Right? I don't want to take advantage of any bank. I don't want to take advantage of anybody.
But some of your colleagues have done so, leading to some of the banks collapsing, or, in their need money. Yes, you mentioned capitalization and all of that. So people are not paying up, and they are entrepreneurs, they are businessmen.
Well, you see, it's difficult to do business here.
In Ghana?
It's very easy and difficult to access funding. Let me change.
Rephrase it.
Let me rephrase it. It's easy to do business here, but difficult. I didn't start my business with a loan. My business grew organically. So for me, it's an interesting place to be. You understand? But you get somewhere, you need to scale up. Understand? The turbulence in the system can easily affect you. You understand?
So shouldn't we create the environment and promote local businesses and help people grow? And we said, like you said, organically, support them as well along the way. Instead of saying, well, let's throw the baby out there with the water. And sometimes people feel that is too harsh.
No.
Your honest opinion.
My honest opinion is that we as businessmen growing up, we should have the right attitude towards business. We have to dream, but we have to cut the coat according to our size and grow organically. You cannot jump to 10 if you want to grow. You have to move gradually and have the real growth that you need. If you have, you force yourself to grow, you force to collapse. So for me, that is, you see, not long ago, Nigeria Bank got capitalized. And that is where you can see the likes of Dangote and the rest. You understand?
But you have UBA doing well. You have, they support their own. Access Bank is there, pushing it out there.
Check their history. Check the history of the Nigerian
banks. Of course, many had to merge Standard Trust and all of that, yes.
So for me, we all have to be patient and look at what unfolds. I mean, at the end of the day, you and I are those who will live to see the day of light. So
are SMEs doing well in Ghana, in your opinion? Do you see small, medium enterprises springing up and say, well, this is where we want to go? What are you picking up?
Well, for me, I have my own problem. I have been there before. I have my own problem with SMEs. We have wonderful small and medium scale businesses here, but they don't live to see the real life. I attribute one of the problem to access to funding. The other problem also I look at is the attitude of a young entrepreneur. These are some of my problems. A young entrepreneur wants to fly instead of starting to crawl, walk, run before flying.
Right.
Yeah, so we have a lot of wonderful businesses.
How can we support these young entrepreneurs who are coming up? People are, like you mentioned, access to, funding, the support, sometimes the training and the exposure.
I run the McDonald Entrepreneur Challenge. About 7,000 young, good business ideas apply. Well, I've scaled it down. Right now, we have the final 15. To tell you the truth, sitting on the throne, looking at all these young guys presenting pitching their businesses, one thing I noticed that some of them is not about the money. Some of them I realize that it's about coaching, guidance, mentoring.
And you are ready to give them that support?
Well, I am ready. The winner on this trip is going to win $100,000 to start his business.
$100,000?
Yes, that is what I'm giving the winner.
Wow.
But what I'm taking out of this, McDonald is setting up what we call the McDonald Incubator Hub. Every year, I'll put some small money into an equity fund, right? And I will.
What is this small money? How much are we looking at? The prize money is $100,000. You scale it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to raise an equity fund.
Okay.
We're talking about 10 to 20 million.
10 to 20 million dollars.
Yes.
In that,
to help young businesses.
Okay.
Like you have a business idea, I'll have jerseys. You walk in to the McDonald.
Just like the apprentice, they used to run back then.
Yeah, but mine will be quite different.
Okay.
Whatever money you need, if it's fall within the category, you'll be supported to start your business and you'll be monitored.
Okay.
The fund will have an equity share. And within 2, 3, 4 years, you have to buy a share, buy out.
So like an angel investor, of course, you want to do that. Okay.
So we'll work out. I want to build businesses.
So you built your business solidly for what, 28 years now? It means that you've gone through a lot of governments. First, with the NDC, then to MPP, then NDC2, and now MPP.
Well, yes, but my business has been solely private.
Yes.
I don't do government business.
You don't do government business?
Yes, but this trip I want to.
Oh, but this time you want to do?
I want to do government business.
Why? What informs this? 2012, President Mahama was there. You didn't feel the urge to get into government business. Why now, Magda?
My brother, you see, give me a single name in the world who is a billionaire who doesn't do government business. Bill Gates, Carlos Slim.
So you believe that that's where the money is?
The government is the biggest client. What you have to be careful is to do the right thing. When business is given to you, government gives you business, deliver. Right?
Why didn't you feel the need to do business under the NDC?
Well, maybe I wasn't prepared.
Are you prepared now?
I think so.
What gives you that impetus? What gives you that drive, the time to do that?
Well, I believe that we are living a very... The environment is very favorable for business.
Under the MPP more than the NDC?
Well, all government, but in the NDC, I wasn't so ready to do business.
But your business flourished under the NDC. McDonald was all over. We hear your adverts, and that. What has changed?
Nothing has changed. It's the same thing.
Do you have a lot of friends in the MPP than the NDC?
No, I have more friends in the NDC than MPP.
Is Gabi your friend? Gabi Ochidako?
Ochidako is my very good friend. Yes.
The finance minister is your friend?
Yes.
You are well connected. Is that why you want to do government business?
But I know Ayariga, I know Elvis. I know all of them. They are all my friends.
Why didn't you do business under the NDC?
I wasn't ready.
Did they extend that?
I look at the environment. I look at the business environment. I try to do what I know how to do best. But you see, I want to do business, and I will do government business.
You do government business this time?
I will do government business this time.
You were given a loan of 10 million by the ADB. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
How did you get that? You were all over in the news.
I've been doing business for ADB for the past 12 years. You understand? ADB, they are my bankers. You understand? I've been doing business with them for
Who signed that for you? Did they have a board in place? The CEO wasn't there, but he got access to a loan of 10 million. That was all over. It was in the news, and people thought
I was going to take that loan from GT, right?
GT Bank.
You see, I am a very patriotic person, and it got to a point in my business life, and I said, okay, let me patronize the indigenous Ghanaian banks. You understand? And I've been doing, if you check the records of GT Bank, I've done business with GT. GT had made a lot of money from me in the past. And I said to myself, let me rather do business. Though I was keeping accounts with them, but it was about 20-30% of my business. So when I needed the loan, it wasn't even 10 million I needed 30 million. You understand? And GT was going to give me the loan. And ADB told me that, oh, we can give you. They came back and they said, no, they don't have a board. I said, okay, if you don't have a board, let me go to GT. I was there when they called me and they told me, oh, don't worry, we can give you. I have no idea how they did it. I didn't know whether they went to the finance minister. I didn't know how they got the money for me.
You didn't influence it?
How can I, my brother, a small fly like me, how can I influence the bank decision? But check the law. You understand? We play politics with businessmen in this country, which is not fair.
How do you feel with all the news flying and people are saying that, well, you know, you getting access to those funds and or monies? Really? How did you take the news?
It's okay. I mean, I'm a businessman. Those things are likely to happen. So I wasn't.
You weren't bothered?
I wasn't bothered. I mean, you see, the higher and bigger you go, expect some of these turbulence. It's okay. You understand? I mean, we are living in Ghana. You understand? And since we are in Ghana, expect some of these things. I'm a businessman, and if you don't want to be that great businessman,
so you should be ready for such attacks.
More than this.
Lots of messages. I didn't know that you had a huge fan base. A lot of people are watching you on Facebook and sending in comments as well. We'll be reading some of them. But before we get to that, do you feel threatened by foreign businesses in this country?
Well, it's two ways. I feel threatened for the finance they bring in, at what rate they bring their finance. But with the competition, I'm not threatened at all, because I know we have the capacity to match them toe by toe. I mean, I don't, with the business I do, any area I go in, I don't think you see, it's about time, right? Ghanaians should be able to stand up. Understand? The only problem is the funding. You understand? Just like I'm talking to you about this ADB loan. See what an indigenous going through. You understand? It's quite difficult, but we cannot play politics with our own indigenous business. We have to give the opportunity to the indigenous to reach where they want to reach.
All right, we're 10 minutes to 8. This is StarrChat. My name is Bola, and you're on Star 103.5 FM. We are also live in Kumasi on Ultimate 106.9 FM. In Takrady, you're listening to us on Empire 102.7 FM. We are also live in Hope on Cool 103.5 FM, in Cape Coast as well on Cape FM, and live around the world on StarFMOnline.com. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. And many thanks for joining us. Dr. Daniel McKorley, also known as McDan, CEO of McDan Group of Companies, our guest right here on StarrChat, taking his stand. And lots of messages. Kofi Enchibo says, hello guys, I'm watching you guys live from Washington, D.C. And I'm learning a lot. Never say never. Perseverance always generates success. Kudos to you, McDan. We celebrate you. That's from Kofi Enchibo Isiako. Sel Jr. says, I'm watching The Philanthropist. And Bola touched on that as well. Yes, we'll get into that, Sel Jr. I'm watching from Dubai. And sincerely, I'm highly impressed and inspired tonight. Thank God for Star FM. Great work you're doing. Kudos to you, Sir McDan. Henny Elomi says, these are the exact words he told me a week to my wedding. And these words are pure fire. My name is Henny Elomi. Okay, so Henny said, sends in that one. Moses Nossa says, great job, Bolari, as always. Ghana salutes you, and we salute McDan as well. Well, thank you. Very nice interview. It has really inspired me because I have gone through the same situation and still hustling. But one day, I will get there. From Pempe at Presec, Legon, Angel Kojo Fiagbe says, this man is afraid of the truth. If he voices out the truth, his business will suffer. That's why he's praising the government. Bola, push him to the wall. But I like him. He's a great man. That's for Angel. Fianu Rubin says, great man and a role model. Bola, thanks so much for celebrating McDan. Well, thank you too. So you're into a lot of business, haulage, logistics, transport. You mentioned security as well. Your
construction.
And construction as well. So which one are you, what are you building? What are you into now? Yeah? Construction, what are you into real estate? What are you doing?
Well, I've been into real estate for some time now.
Okay.
Also, civil engineering.
Okay.
I mean, we are living in a developing country.
Wow.
We are not building.
So you're putting up some buildings and all of that?
Well, I started about 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
A couple of them. I
Wow.
do bridges.
You do bridges?
Yeah.
So bridges, you just started the bridges or you used to do?
I've
But that's government business. So if you say you do bridges, who was paying?
No. I mean, not government business.
So the bridges.
I haven't dived there into government. As I told you, I'll do government business.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're ready for it?
I'm jack up.
You have a security company. Are you doing business with government with your security company? It's called what? Avwest.
West? No, I don't.
Avwest is not working with the government?
No.
No, your no is what is it now?
I mean,
is Avwest working with the government now?
No. I'm thinking. I mean, I have about 100 clients. I'm thinking which government institution I'm working with. I'm really not working with government.
You're not working with government. With your security company?
No.
All right. Asantua Kwame says, from Medina, I'm really enjoying your program, Bola. Very educative. And yes, you have a sensible man in the studio. Really inspired by your guests. He has encouraged me. And I'll sure you get there by God's grace. I'm motivated. Well, thank you. And George Nikwe says, hi, Bola. I agree with the man in the studio. Free senior high school is the best policy of our president. If you were working on the streets of Roppongi in Tokyo, well, I hope I got the name right, and your classmate in middle school whose parents were able to send him to secondary school comes to meet you doing PR job for a strip club, and he's the ambassador to Ghana, of Ghana to Japan. I said the ambassador Ghana to Japan is, well, you worship Nanado for the rest of your life if you get to meet such a person. I pray that the policy succeeds so that my grandchildren will enjoy the free SHS. Okay, so let me go through it. It says, if you were working on the streets of Roppongi or something in Tokyo, and your classmate in middle school, whose parents were able to send him to secondary school, comes to meet you doing PR job for a strip club, and he's the ambassador. Okay, so you're saying that your mate is now the ambassador of Ghana to Japan, and you are actually doing a PR job for a strip club in Japan because you didn't get free SHS. Oh, interesting. And that's from George Nikwe. All right. Emmanuel Amakwe says, Dr. McKorley, you are doing a great job and we salute you. I am an Uber driver. I'm just weeping. I've made so many mistakes. Wow. Flying when I should be crawling. I'm taking his advice. I've packed. I'm not working and I'm listening to this show. Kofi Annan is my name. Thank you, Bolare. Well, thank you too, Kofi. Hey, rise up. You know, like McDan said, failure is not to keep you down there. So pick up the stones and just go out there. Bola, tell him I want to be his personal fitness coach. I'm into, gym instruction. My name is Livingston Yao Makumato. I live close to him at Oponglo. Oh, you live at Oponglo? Okay, so he says he lives close to you. He's the group president, not the CEO. Please, Bolare, correct that. My name is Henry Elomi. Okay, so you're the group president. You should have corrected me. I think your worker is listening and says I actually, devalued your
I'm a worker there.
You're a worker. You're the chief servant. I like to tell people that I'm the chief servant.
servant.
I like that. That's the humility. Please, Bola, great man that you have in your studios, and I salute him. Madam, you do all. Please bring Dr. Mesa Otabel, another great guest, onto your show. Okay, Paki. Thank you. Frank says, Mr. McKorley, well, he's Dr. McKorley. He's a great man. And I'm listening to you guys in Achim Tafu. Well, thank you very much. Interesting stuff. And Magdan, we have some questions for you. And I know I was talking about philanthropy and what you've done and all of that. Recently, you've supported GH1 Television with 700,000 Ghana cedis to go actually build a school for pupils and staff of Tion Primary School. You saw the report by one of our, reporters, chief reporters, Nabil Rufai, and you were touched. I remember you calling at dawn and telling me, Bola, I really want to support. Schools and the trees should be a thing of the past. So I'm ready to actually, put up this school building for the pupils and staff of Tion Primary School in the Upper East region. I thought it was okay, yeah. It was around 5:30 a.m. I thought, okay, my dad just sending a message and calling. Maybe it's just one of those things. I won't follow up. But the next day, you asked, one of your lieutenants to come over, and then from your foundation as well, we got people to come through and to talk to us at GH1 Television, and Robert Coleman from Wembley Construction, and I was like, wow. Putting 700, you put your money where the talk is. So 700,000 Ghana cedis to do this and all that. What informed that decision, Magdan?
Well, Koma, I mean, if you saw what I saw, for me, it's sad. It really broke my heart. But I wasn't really surprised because I've been like one of the, I could be one of those children, and this is happening, and looking at where I'm coming from, it makes sense to really support those kids. How many of those kids can come out to be what you and I are today if they are writing with stones on the floor? I mean,
how did that story by GH1 TV's Nabil hit you?
The guy did a wonderful job. I wonder how he got there. And I mean, I feel it's a good story. And kudos to GH1. I mean, this shows the power of the media. And I respect the media a lot. This is supposed to be your job.
Is this something that you always do, or this is a special case?
Well, just check my records. I'm doing this all around the place. I'm doing same in Ada. I mean, last 2 years, I was sharing books to over 30 to 50,000 children in Ada. I have over 160 children on scholarship.
Wow.
I give table chairs to schools. I'm building AstroTurf all around the place for the past 5 years.
You're building AstroTurf?
Yeah.
For schools or for communities?
For communities.
Okay.
I mean, I'm also, if you check, for the past 5 years, they call me the father of tennis in Ghana. Tennis.
The Magdan Open now has come to stay.
I mean, not only the Magdan Open, I do a lot behind the scene. My job is to develop the youth. And I feel that education, sports, it's one good thing. The environment is also on my heart. Next year, I'm going to launch the Magdan Go Green. We're going to plant 1 million trees in Ghana.
1 million trees in Ghana. Magdan Go Green.
Yeah, Magdan Go Green.
Wow.
We're going to start in Ghana. If you go to the law school, you realize that Magdan built a moot court.
At Gimpa.
At Gimpa, one of its kind in Ghana. And we're doing a lot. I mean, you see, at the end of the day, it is not how rich you are, but how many lives you've been able to touch.
What does it mean for you to give back? Many wealthy people, many rich people won't do that. It's us, our family, we're just in our area. You don't want anybody to hear about us. We don't give back. What does giving back mean to you?
Look, this is our country. This is where we all belong, and this is where we want to stay. So we have to give back to society. If I am fortunate today, not long ago I was just a messenger. Today I'm sitting here. The little I have to share. Wow. I don't need to sit back and enjoy it with only my family. After all, what? You understand? After all, how much do you need to survive or to live on? How many properties do you want to own? How many cars do you want to drive? I mean, one of my cars can help many people.
Wow.
I mean,
one of your cars, which car is that?
Bola.
The Range Rover or?
Bola, I beg you.
But you live in a 21. I'm very instructive. You mentioned that. I mean, how many houses, how many rooms can you sleep in? And I've been to your place. It's sitting on maybe like 2 acres or something, 21 bedroom house or even more. But you're such a humble fellow. What informs that? I always tell people that I've met some great people in life who are down to earth. They don't look down on people. How do you get this?
But Bola, you come to my house, you see a lot of green.
Yes.
I love nature. That is why you see that big house.
Mm.
You know, I never built concrete.
That's right.
I built one small concrete and the rest grass and trees, and that is very soon.
Why do you have so much and yet you're humble? What is it for people to learn? How are you able to do this?
Well, how can you grow up from Labadi and on the street, sell kerosene, sell buffalo, right? Be the trotro mate, Accra Madina.
Oh, so what is Accra Madina? How you used to do? How were you able to? You scream it out.
Yeah,
what is through back there? How do you say it?
Atudu.
So
Madina. You understand? Yeah, I mean.
You had a towel, around your shoulder.
And jump. While the car move, you jump in and collect the money.
Oh, you did all that?
My brother, what else? You see, to come from that background, what is pride all about? Why do you want to be proud? I mean, you see, some of us, my life is to educate people. I mean, what worth more in this life than at the end of the day, 1, 2, 3 people will say that if it had not been Mr. McKorley, I wouldn't have been in this position. That kind of fulfillment. It's not people pointing hands at me to say, oh, this is a rich man. You understand? That is what pushed me to give back to society, that I should be able to see more people. Right. When I become a billionaire, I want to see more millionaires around me.
That's right.
I mean,
are you a billionaire? Maybe not in dollar terms, but in city terms.
Maybe I have to go and check. I have to go and count where I am right now.
In dollar terms, maybe
I have to recheck.
1 billion.
Yeah, maybe I have to recheck and subtract my loan.
Let's get to meet the family. Are you married?
Yes, I'm beautifully married.
Oh, beautifully married.
Yeah.
Marriage is a beautiful thing.
Yes, Bola.
So you've been married for how many years?
I've been married for, my firstborn is 17 years.
Your firstborn is 17 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 10 kids.
You have 10 kids?
Yeah.
Madam?
Yes, sir.
And you want to have more?
I want to have 12. To have the tribe of Judah.
10 kids with 1 woman?
No. 2. I have 2 wives.
Oh, you have 2 wives?
I have 2 beautiful wives.
How do you manage that? Is that for the stress or what?
Oh, I feel it's one of the best things that ever happened to me.
To have 2 wives?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. They are very intelligent women.
No conflict. So what? You live with them in the same house, or one lives with you, one is somewhere. How do you manage that?
No, they have their own.
Oh, they have their
own place.
You are in your castle and you go there. 3 days here, 4 days here. How do you do it?
I don't share anywhere I want to be. I go.
Daniel McKorley. Wow.
I mean, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean.
So after how many years did you have the urge to go for a second wife, and how do you tell the other one? How do you break the news?
Well, I think you're going too far.
Oh no, we want to know you.
Do you want to be like me? If you want practical experience,
yes.
Maybe after the studio,
I come home.
I can coach you.
No, I want to have 1 wife, but I want to be like you.
No, I'm suspecting you.
Daniel McKorley, yes, 10 kids.
Yes,
so 2 more to go.
2 more to go.
Wow.
2 more to go. Yeah.
So the 17-year-old, I mean, he wants to be like you, he wants to be in the family business, or he has other aspirations. That's a male, a boy?
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
He just finished preparing to go to the university.
Wow.
And also, I mean, my kids, I mean, they have their own choices. But as I keep saying always that children are like hardware. The software you download in them That's what they will tend to be. So
that is deep.
Yeah. So for me, I'm checking their attitude, what they want to do, how they want to do it. Some want to, have fun now, but make sure you take your studies seriously.
Okay.
Whatever you are doing seriously.
What kind of father are you on a typical day? I know you are busy, you're always on the move, on the run, but what kind of father are you?
Well, family is everything to me, I love my kids, I love my wife. I enjoy them a lot. Saturdays are for me and my family.
Oh.
If you come to if you have visited me Saturday, you'll come, you see we play football, tennis.
Oh, you have a tennis court at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a tennis court in my house.
Wow.
My girls play tennis whilst my boys play football.
Okay. So you have a football, a 5-a-side kind of pitch at home?
At home, man.
Oh.
I have the tennis court too. So
wow.
Saturday, I play with them.
You play with them? It's for the family?
For the family,
Oh, interesting. So, in all of this, do you find time to be romantic? Are you that romantic with your wives, your two wives?
That is amazing. You can. There's no way you can come from Labadi and you will not be romantic.
Oh, really?
My romance is natural.
What do you do?
I'm not the kind that buy flowers.
Oh, you don't? But chocolates?
I can't open car doors. No, I will attempt to open today, tomorrow, the third day I'll forget. So, I'm from La.
So what makes you romantic?
Mine is very natural. I wish my wife, they always tell me I'm romantic.
What do you do? What do you do?
Bola. I'm thinking of some of the many things
they say, yeah?
They say,
Okay, interesting. We'll get to that. We'll go for a short break. And when we come back, a lot right here for you. This one says, I'm super proud of you. My name is Emilia Otiwa Dankwa. I'm listening to your show, Bolare. Oh my God, I love this man. Dr. McKorley. Wow, he's my brother-in-law. Okay, so may God favor you and increase you in all that you do. Emilia Otiwa Dankwa. And yes, already on Twitter with the biggest boss at Bolare, at the real Bolare, and the CEO at Magdan Shipping. Yes, on Star. Thank you very much. That's from Ike Kobna. Thank you. And Kweku says, is there an email to reach him, Bola? Please, we want to form a movement. There's something I want to share with him. I like the idea of angel investment type of thing. It's about time you rise up as Ghanaian youth. And my name is Kweku in New York. I'm watching you guys on Facebook. And I love what you're doing in Ghana. Salute to you, Kweku. Thank you. And he says that you should have some form of movement. Maybe bring the youth of Ghana together. Have a movement of a sort.
Yeah, that is very important. You see, my movement is to change the mentality of the youth to know that it's possible.
That's my book. It's possible. Maybe you might have to buy like 1,000 copies and give it out to schools and all of that. Do you have a deal on that?
Yeah,
I'm a businessman. Let's do that. Okay, thank you. From Sweden, I have Mario Mensa. Says, I'm enjoying the show, watching you live from Sweden. Please, Bolare, I love your show. Well, thank you very much. And that's from Mario Mensa. Kwame Susu says, Doc, God bless you for investing in the youth of Ghana. Good job for bringing Dr. McKorley on your show. StarrChat, #1 award-winning show. I'm learning a lot from him. Great mind. Thank you. And Ken Donko says, we want to partner with Magdan to green Ghana. I want his email address and I want to stay in touch. So that's from Ken Donko. You mentioned, Magdan, go green, and I think that he want to partner you. So at this stage, go for a short break. When we return, of course, we're saying a big thank you to all our sponsors for making this possible. To Johnny Walker Black, thank you very much. And your bank is a sponsor of my show, GT Bank. So GT Bank, thank you. And Star Life Assurance. Star Life, your solid partner. They're also with us on the show, proud sponsors of StarrChat. My name is Bolare. We'll be right back.
103.5.
I'm trending on Twitter.
Simply the best. Welcome to 21st Century Service.
What time?
Need to pay your ward school fees?
Thanks, Daddy.
Want to flex that girl?
Wow, he's so cool.
Grandma needs airtime to fill me in on all the village filler.
Hey, we be a guy.
What's up?
You're just tired of having to hop from app to
I
shop
should
codes
not
to
my
website
dad.
and back.
Oh, no,
Welcome
see
to
my
the
dad.
new phase of
Oh, you don't come
selling
here.
and connecting with customers. Welcome to convenience and technology. Welcome to my GH Pay, myghpay.com. Make or receive payments online from anywhere using a Visa card, MasterCard, GH Link card, or your mobile money wallet. Businesses, associations, institutions can get listed for free today and enjoy a new world of convenience. Download my GH Pay for free from Play Store and App Store. myghpay.com. Buy, sell, and connect. The platform for everyone.
No problem. When I finish.
I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you.
I hear you. You're on air. You're supposed to be on air. So producer.
We just had a deal.
Oh, you just had a deal. You know, I'm your broker.
Enjoying your sleep.
What time?
5 thieves descended on the J Street neighborhood.
What time? It's on.
In the rain. The next morning, chaos everywhere. When theft happens, who will you be? Then Mr. Rabbit
Everything is gone. Jerry Ajololo says he's listening, but I mean, thanks for that.
You say that you are the owner of the house. No one thieves come, you can't buy. I went down when they're good.
or the Mr. I Got
I
Star.
will go bring the check after we sign it all my
Sorry,
policies.
sir. We are able to wait to assess the damage and process your claim accordingly.
Kojo,
I'm sorry.
Kojo, I missed your call. Yeah. Even you know, I missed your call. Sorry, no air. What's up? No problem. Mini McDonald, Antino, we are. Fine, okay, we'll catch it. Bye. The Emmys Awards guy. Yeah,
Twitter and Instagram at Star1035 FM. Like us on Facebook.
What's your favorite song?
Star1035 FM.
Williams of Kennedy.
Star 103.5 FM. Simply the best.
Simply the best, and you're most welcome to StarrChat. Welcome back. My name is Bola. And yes, the CEO of McDan Shipping or McDan Group is right here with us. Dr. Daniel McKorley is right here. And a big thank you to GT Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? And we have some great news, good news for all Ghanaians. Guarantee Trust Bank is offering you the opportunity to open an account with them. And guess what? No deposit is required. Yes, you heard right. You do not have to make any initial deposit to have an account with GT Bank. All you need to do is to walk into any GT Bank branch near you with your passport picture, a valid ID, which could be your passport, driver's license, NHIS, or voter's ID. For further assistance, call us on 0302 611 560. Guarantee Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? And Star Life Assurance, your solid partner for life. Where do you see yourself in 1, 2, 3 years? Well, where do you see your family? Surely you have high hopes in life, but nobody knows tomorrow. No matter how good your plans are, life can turn everything on its head through unforeseen occurrences. So, job loss, devastating illness, even death can suddenly cause a huge barrier between you and your dreams. Thankfully, Star Life Assurance, the first and truly trusted, composite life insurance company in Ghana, has designed policies to help you bridge these gaps when the unfortunate occur. So call them today, 0302 739 600. Star Life, your solid partner for life. And a big thank you to Johnny Walker. Thank you, Johnny Walker, for supporting us. Welcome back, Dr. McKorley, McDan. We're back right here and still going to the messages. You're trending at number 2 on Twitter, so congratulations. We hope that by the time we finish in the next 15 minutes, you'll be trending at number 1. And yes, that is StarrChat right here on Star FM. We're going to Takwa, and I have Golden City. That's King Kaka from Golden City, actually. And he says, many thanks, Bola and McDan. You're live in Takwa. A lot of people are listening to StarrChat. Well, thank you, King Kaka. Please ask him, we Ghanaians have what we have to do for him to sponsor our dead league. Does he want to get into football? So King Kaka wants to know if you want to get into football. And also, I'm wondering why the NDC propagandists led by Mahama always wanted to politicize every issue. McDan has done well, and yes, we should support him. Okay, well, interesting. Bola, McDan is a great man. I wish to meet him one day. That's Dominic Zize in Ashama. Nana Akwesi Asafoje in Legon, Law Faculty, says, I'm listening to him. Please tell him I want to play him at one of the tennis events and beat him to it. My name is Nana Akwesi Asafoje, Legon, Law Faculty. Madam, welcome back.
Thank you, Bola.
Tell us, what kind of music do you love to listen to?
Well, I'm a countryman.
So you're into country music?
Yeah.
Wow. So McDan is into country music. Any favorites?
I think Lucy will do.
Lucy. And you want to ask Lucy by? Lucille. Okay, Kenny G. Lucille.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try to, if you're into country and some jazz and, you know, maybe John Williams also would do for you.
John Williams is fantastic.
Wow. When we come to our local TEF, who's your favorite Ghanaian musician?
You know, at times I like the lyrics of A+.
A plus.
Yeah.
Okay, you like his lyrics?
Lyrics, you know.
Really?
It's quite a weird musician. You know?
So you don't jump to the current tunes like, you know, from the Afrobeat sensations. You don't have any favorites. Have you heard of?
Well, I like
the new school cats. You like who?
I like a few of Ebony's songs.
Ebony, okay.
Ebony, yeah.
All right, and then who?
Which one again?
Okay.
You know, I'm quite an old school, so.
Oh, you're quite an old school guy.
Yeah.
All right then. So this Ebony's tune for you. He called actually she calls this one Sponsor. And I think she featured who's that Saint something on this one. This is the remix for you, Ebony. And this she calls Sponsor. But I want to get to you Lucille by Kenny Rogers. So let's see. Is that what you listen to maybe on a good Sunday?
Yeah.
In a bar in Toledo, across from Mexico, on a bar stool, she took off her ring. I thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her her name.
So what? After a hard day's work, this is the kind of music that you listen to?
Yes, boss. It relaxes me a lot.
It's for rich men. Oh. I can see Giovanni, you know, listening to this one, and all you'll be calling me and text me that the alert is not in. You get angry by the minute, man. But this is the kind of music that you love to listen to.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's enjoy. We'll come back.
Whatever.
Boss, you don't get money, you don't believe in this. I didn't listen to this already. Like it vexed me.
We are number one. One time. On Twitter. Stop.
Came to the woman, sat there beside me. He had a strange look on his face. Now his big hands were calloused. He looked like a mountain. For a minute he thought I was dead. But he started shaking. His big heart was breaking. And he turned to the woman and said, "You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. With 4 hungry children and crops in the field. I've had some bad times."
Money will be sweet, though. Hey. Lucille by Kenny Rogers and Daniel of Tom Rick Hotel says, I salute my man. I really like him. Just listen to my namesake, Danny McKorley. He's also Daniel. Yes, Daniel of Tom Rick Hotel. Well, thank you, Daniel. You know, we're about to activate the phone lines. You'll be joining us on 0302-231144 or 0302-231145. So give us a call, but keep the messages coming in. 0268-900-980. And it's now time for us to, you know Ghana. We have a segment called Knowing Ghana. So we want to know how well you know people in Ghana, things in Ghana, and all of that, in 20 seconds. So Magdan, if you're ready, we're also ready for you. Now, who's the Chief Executive Officer of GIPC?
Grant.
Who's the MD for the Tema Oil Refinery?
Tema Refinery, Mr.
You want me to move on?
Go on.
Okay, who's the Minister of Foreign Affairs?
Botry.
Shirley Ayoko Botry. Who's the Director of Communications at the Presidency?
Director Eugene Ahi.
Who's the MD for Ghana Trade Fair Company?
Agnes.
Okay, of course, you are the board chairman of Trade Fair, so you should know. Who's the MD for the Ghana Airport Company?
Johnny Atefa.
Johnny Atefa, we're learning. Who's the Cocoa Board CEO?
Joseph Boyne.
Joseph Boyne Edu.
Yeah.
And who's the CEO of the State Insurance Corporation?
Go on.
Okay, well, you didn't do badly. You've done well. Yes. MD for Tema Oil Refinery, Isaac Osei. Yes, and Yofi Grant, you had that one, right? So, do we have a caller online as you join us on 0302-231144 or 0302-231145? And I always ask this question: what's your biggest regret in life?
Well, I've been trying to think about what had been my regret. You know, I made my first $1 million at the age of 28 years.
You made your first $1 million at the age of 28 years.
And I lost all at the age of 32.
You lost all?
Yeah.
Wow.
And looking back, I see that as an experience. So I really can't tell what is my real regret.
Regret?
Yeah. Every unfortunate thing in my life had taught me a lesson. So why should I say it's a regret?
Wow. First $1 million at 28, you lost it all at 32.
Yeah.
Interesting. We have Roland on the line from Isawam. Hello, Roland. Good evening and welcome. You're on StarrChat. Hello, Roland. Are you there? Hello? Hello, Roland? Hello? No, too bad. We lost you, Roland. But kindly call back. 0302-231144, 0302-231145. We're trending at #1 on Twitter. We have Emmanuel on the line. Do we have Emmanuel on the line? Good evening, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Or is it Daniel? Yes, is that Daniel? Daniel from Tema. Good evening, Daniel.
Daniel from Sawam.
In Sawam, rather. Okay. Daniel, you're on air.
Yeah, I just want to thank Martin for his motivation. I really enjoyed him today. He's my name, and I'm proud of him. Well, you know, Daniel is one of the romantic old names in the system. Oh, the
Daniel still reigns, eh? Okay. You make a lot, Charlie. This one, you're tying your... Don't worry, it's good. I don't get it. Kwame from Medina. Kwame, good evening.
Good evening.
Many thanks. Asantuaba Kwame. Right. Medina Anuma Krum. Okay. All right. You're on there. Let's hear you.
Well, your show is very interesting and very interesting.
Thank you, sir.
And congratulations to the man there. He's really inspiring. But Bola, anytime you talk to this big man, they keep saying they were selling PT and meat. Is it always true? Because sometimes I don't believe them.
That they used to sell. But that's the story. How would they come here and lie? They struggled.
As he said, maybe he's trying to use that to motivate us. Because and in this country, they will start by saying they sold cheap.
Masa, you don't see life before. Hey, yo.
By telling that I'll be at his office.
You'll be at his office, eh?
His office, maybe something will come from there.
No problem. I like the film. I like the energy. I like the drive. Hello, Richard. Good evening, Richard from Kwashima. Am I right?
Yes, sure.
Great. You're on air. Let's say you're Rich.
Yes, I enjoyed it. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
I think there's one question I wanted you to ask him.
Please ask him.
Yes, about the South Africans.
Yes, the security, exactly. Associated with it. I have that one as a killer punch for him. Don't worry, but you've asked it, so go ahead and ask him.
So I just wanted to know if it is true he did that. You should let us know. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great one. So we all know, I mean, with the South Africans and your company name was associated with it and all of that. Did you bring them in, the mercenaries from South Africa?
Well, if you call them mercenaries, I don't know You know, I have a security company, right?
Okay.
Yes, I invited.
But it was a big issue. Why did you do that? Did you do that on behalf of the MPP?
Well, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman, and I got a business opportunity.
So the MPP approached you to bring.
No. They paid me. They
paid you to bring them. Okay.
I have a private security company, right? And they want an experienced person to train some guys, and I invited them in. So I don't see why. They are very harmless people. They weren't using guns. They're just here to teach.
How many of them did you get into the country?
3. Yeah, I don't.
But it was a big issue that you're training a private or raising a private army. What did they come to do, really? And who did they train? People in the MPP?
Well, I'm a businessman. They came to help.
Wasn't that a national security concern, Magda?
Well, you know, politics, if you want to go politics, you can interpret it anyhow. I don't want to go there. I'm a businessman running a private security company. I need expertise of people I feel have the expertise to train people combating, and not with guns anyway. I mean, if it's going to be a national security issue, they're supposed to be hiding somewhere with ammunition and all that. They were very highly...
Where did they go to train?
I mean, somewhere close to Accra here. I mean, an open place, not a secret place. So for me, you know, anything I do, I try not to bring politics in it. But some of these things, if the politicians want to play politics, you cannot avoid it. So for me, it's quite a clear-cut business transaction.
All right. Do we have Kwachi on the line? Kwachi from Bawi is our last caller. Kwachi, good evening. You're on air.
Bola, good evening.
Good evening, Kwachi. You're on air, please.
Bola.
Yes. We can hear you, Kwachi. Please go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I thank you for your life and the last one.
Right.
It's like mine, but we don't get that.
His story is like yours.
Yeah.
Do you also have $500 million?
No.
So how can his story be like his what?
How you came up?
How you came up? Okay, so you are still coming up. Inshallah, I like that. Inshallah, I like that. Thank you, Kwachi from Bawi. Right, so as we wrap it all up right here, you know, on the show, where do you hang out? How do you relax?
Well, I know very soon I'll hang out more. Once in a while, I go to the club.
Okay.
I spend more time with my family, my wives, and my kids. We play. I normally have fun. Most of the time, you see me doing charity work.
Right.
In my leisure time, playing tennis with the street children.
Okay.
And also football.
Oh, you play football?
Somebody asked to bring the football back. What I intend also doing to bring the Coast League back.
Oh, you want to bring the Coast League back?
No, I love community stuff. I love community soccer, community. I mean, so I feel it will be very interesting. And some of these things keeps the street children off the streets, and you can. This is where you can change lives.
Okay. Well, it's now time for our mystery question. So here we go.
And now, the mystery question.
And you mentioned that you love football and all of that. Who's your favorite footballer of all time?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Why?
Well, Ronaldo is a natural player. Yeah, I've watched him closely, and I've never seen Ronaldo in a match that he had never had a shot at goal. Not a single.
So Ronaldo over Messi.
Ronaldo.
Wow.
All-time Ronaldo.
All-time Ronaldo. And your team?
My team is Ghana. Is Cornerstone.
Cornerstone?
Yeah.
They're still around?
I think they're somewhere. Europe is Nottingham Forest.
Forest, really?
Yeah. We are in like a fourth. I'm a hardened supporter. I'm a faithful supporter.
Faithful, loyal supporter.
Loyal, faithful.
Danny McKorley, thank you very much. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Having you in our studios. When all is said and done one day, you want to be remembered as the guy who did what?
The guy who changed lives. I want to be remembered as the guy who changed the mentality of the youth to see that everything is possible. Wow. That's what I want to be remembered.
We wish you the very best, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Pleasure hanging out with you.
Bola.
Thank you. And yes, there you have it. Danny McKorley. McDan right here in the studios of Star FM. Big thank you to my producers. Great team led by Kwame Danso, a champion. Thank you very much, Seth Owari, Japan. To Kweku Obineje. To my technical producer, thank you very much, Ray. My name is Kwabena Anochi Adisi Bola Ray. God bless us all. Have a wonderful evening. John Jimenez is up next with the drop off. Good evening, Ghana. Yes, Chairman. You are the man. Wabi. Bless. How are you? Yeah, not the bad.